Okay, welcome to Miller USAF Tactical Reviews. This review that I'm going to submit to you is of the CZ Model 40P, that's P as in Papa, semi-automatic pistol, chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. You can see it right here. As you can see, this is pretty much a lookalike to the more popular and common CZ Model P01 9mm pistol. These are relatively inexpensive pistols. This particular model I picked up for $375. Prices will vary according to your area, so feel free to check around. Also, if none of these are in your area and you really would like one, feel free to go on the internet and look around because, as some of you know, you can order from anywhere as long as you have an FFL willing to do a transfer, and normally transfer fees are pretty minimal. So with that said, I'll go ahead and get started. First, I'll go down the laundry list of all the info, and then I'll go over some likes and dislikes about this particular handgun. First off, we'll start off. This is a single action, double action handgun. First, we're going to do a safety check. As you can see, handgun is unloaded. Single action, double action means this is single action. The hammer is already cocked back. You squeeze the trigger, the round fires, the hammer automatically cocked backs again. That is single action operation. Now, you can also fire this pistol in double action. There's a second strike capability. So that's what single action, double action means. Now, there is also, for the safety, it is a decocker safety. There is no traditional safety on this particular brand of firearm. And what I mean by decocker is, say you load the pistol first thing in the morning, the hammer's back, let the decocker down, and you can see it decocks the firearm to half cock. There is no safety other than your trigger finger from that point forward. Because as you can see, it remains at decock, and then when you're ready to fire, you just squeeze the trigger and it'll fire. Some other features it has is the fixed night sights. You can see them right here. I really do like these sights. Very easy to pick up in low light conditions. Very good profile. Does have an accessory rail to mount any optics, or I shouldn't say optics, any lights or lasers that you so desire. Has standard 4-inch barrel. Overall length is 7.75 inches. Height is 5.5 inches. The weight empty is 32 ounces. It's a fairly lightweight piece of hardware. It has 10+1 capacity, but you can get aftermarket magazines that carry more rounds. Does have a loaded chamber indicator, and the double action pull on the trigger is 11 pounds and the single action pull is 5 pounds. So what you're looking at is, roughly around a standard revolver for your double action pull, and your single action pull is less than what you encounter with, say, a standard Springfield XD. For those of you guys that are familiar with something like an XD or a Glock, the trigger pull normally averages right around 6 pounds or so, sometimes 7 pounds with the XDs. This is sitting right at 5 pounds on average. Now, some of my personal observations with this gun. First off, I really like the design of the decocker. It's easy to get to. It's a good system. I like the fact that it goes to half cock because it gives you a little bit less of a trigger pull for double action for that first shot, which I like. Firing two-hand, my hands don't get in the way of the decocker for me personally. That's something you may want to look at. If you have really big hands and you accidentally put your hand over the decocker, what you could run into is during firing, you decocking like that and dropping your hammer to double action. So if you have really big hands, look out for that. The slide release is very easy to manipulate and get to. As you can see, the design of the pistol is very good for recoil management. You can see this is a slightly different design. You can see the frame kind of wraps around the slide assembly here. That puts the bore axis very low to the hand, much like a Glock, which is great for recoil management. Now, one of the things that I don't like is, I won't call it a minus, but just for me, it takes a little bit of difference in training. Because of the slide being recessed into the frame, there's less slide to grab. And what I'm used to when doing tap, rack, bang drills, slapping the magazine coming over like so, and racking the slide like that. Well, there's less slide for me to rack on this pistol. So, because of that, it becomes a little bit harder for me to just wrap over like that and rack the slide. that's just something that you just have to overcome with training. So with that said, that's about the only thing I can think that I really don't like on this pistol. Everything else, form, function, everything works just great. So I recommend this pistol if you're looking for a inexpensive home defense or carry conceal. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them. And thank you for watching. Stay safe, secure, and informed.